How did Alabama get its name? That question was submitted to us over Facebook by Mike Boyette. And while we usually just try to take questions through Ask Alabama, this question seems to be a lot more answerable than the 800 variations of why don't people in Alabama vote the way I want them to that are currently waiting for me in the Ask Alabama pile. So let's dig in. So the state of Alabama takes its name from the Alabama River, which in turn is named after the Alabama tribe. That tribe was a member of the Creek Confederacy that used to be located in what is now Lower Alabama. But that's only half an answer. The other half is why the tribe was called Alabama. And that's where things get a little murky. For a long time, the common belief was that Alabama meant here we rest, but that seems to be completely made up. It came from an article published with no author in the 1840s and was popularized by early Alabama Attorney General Alexander Buford Meek. But when someone ran this by experts of the Muskogee language, the language actually spoken by the Alabama tribe, they had no idea what they were on about. There's no combination of Muskogee words that sound anything like Alabama that mean here we rest. So that seems to be fake. Another more common belief is that the origin of the Alabama tribe's name comes from the Choctaw language. In Choctaw, the words alba and ammo translate roughly to thicket clearers or herb gatherers or a bunch of different variations that mean people who pick up plants, i.e. farmers and medicine men. And you can see how alba ammo could eventually get twisted into Alabama. But it is a little weird that the tribe's name would come from a word that isn't in their language. While there are some similarities between the language spoken by the Alabama tribe and the Choctaw, they were two completely different languages, kind of like Romance languages. Spanish and French have similarities, but speaking one doesn't mean you speak the other. Now, some people have called into question whether this origin is true, but at least one source I found indicated that it wasn't unheard of for tribes to take on names given to them by neighboring tribes. And that same source indicates in some early writings about the Alabama tribe, they had been called a different name that actually came from a word in the neighboring Biloxi tribe's language. So while Alabama meaning plant gatherers isn't a 100% definite answer, it's the best explanation I've seen anyone come up with. So there you go, Mike. Alabama is named for a river, that's named for a tribe, that's name might mean people who pick up plants. I'm Jonathan Soboleski for Reckon. Hey everybody, if you liked this video, you can help us out by leaving a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. And if you've got questions about Alabama you want answered, you can leave your questions at al.com/ask. Thanks for watching.